Welcome to this piano lesson on the keys of the piano. In this first lesson, we're going to look at some basic piano techniques. The first thing we'll do is look at the finger numbers. In piano, the thumb is finger number 1. The pointer is finger number 2. Middle finger is finger number 3. Ring finger is finger number 4. And pinky is finger number 5. This is true for both hands, and it's absolutely true for the rest of your piano studies. Thumb is always 1. Pointer is always 2. Middle finger is always 3. Ring finger is always 4. And pinky is always 5. That's something right off the bat you should memorize. The next thing I'd like to talk about is basic piano technique. And piano is a very natural instrument to play. The one thing we want to think about is having curved fingers. When you play, to start off, pretend you're holding a ball or a piece of round fruit like an orange or an apple, and then turn your hand over. For the sake of this video lesson, I'm going to turn my hand to the side, and you'll see that there is a curvature to the fingers. We want to maintain that curvature even if your fingers are nearly flat. You want to keep a slight curvature depending on how you're playing in a piece or a song. What you want to avoid is the knuckle, any of the knuckles bending back against itself. That's unnatural anyway. It's not going to feel very good, and it's also going to increase your chances of slipping off a note and making a bad tone or bad sound on the piano. It's the same is true for the left hand. If you pretend you're holding a piece of fruit and then turn your hand over, you'll see there's a curvature here, and you want to maintain that. So the same technique is true for both hands. The next thing I'd like to talk about is releasing keys. When people start playing the piano, quite often they forget to lift a finger off the key once it is played. So let's try a simple 5-finger exercise. And to do this, let's talk about middle C, and we'll find middle C. If you're playing a piano or a keyboard, you'll see groups of 3 and 2 black keys, like this. Here are 3, here are 2, here are 3, here are 2. If you look roughly to the middle of your piano keyboard, you'll see 2 black keys, in this case right here. Then, to find middle C, you'll go directly to the left of the 2 black keys. And with your right hand thumb, let's try playing middle C. So let's try that one more time. Let's locate the 2 black keys in the middle of the piano keyboard, and then go directly to the left of the 2 black keys to the white key right here, and that's C. So now, let's try a little exercise where we'll play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with our right hand. And we're going to place our thumb on middle C, second finger on D, third finger on E, fourth finger on F, and pinky on G. And then all we'll do is walk up and down, and it will sound and look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I'd like you to do is to keep curved fingers, and also, once you play a key, release that particular finger. What we want to avoid is holding down all of the keys, and I'll demonstrate that right now. It would sound like this. This is definitely what we want to avoid. So please don't emulate this in your playing. This is just to show you an improper technique. Do you hear how the notes are blending into one another? That's because I forgot to lift up my fingers. So try that exercise on your own with your right hand. You can also try it with your left hand, starting with your pinky on middle C and just playing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting up those fingers. And you can go up, and up in the piano is going this way, down or descending is going this way. So throughout these videos and throughout the book, we'll use the terms up or ascending, which mean the same thing, and that means going up towards the higher notes of the piano, and down, descending which means go into the lower notes. Let's look now at the notes of the keyboard. We've already found middle C right here. And then, as we mentioned in the book, the piano is very easy to understand in terms of the notes because it follows the alphabet. So and our alphabet goes from A to G in music. It doesn't go beyond the letter G. So if we find middle C, we find our two black keys in the middle of the keyboard, then C, and then we walk two notes down, 1, 2, that's the note A. So with your index finger, I'd like you to find A, C, then two keys down, and then we're going to climb up the piano keyboard saying the letters. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that's the end of the piano and music alphabet, so it will just repeat. A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. You can get the idea that it continues up. The lowest note on the piano keyboard is an A. That's going all the way down here. It's not on our video screen. The highest note going all the way up to the very top of your piano keyboard is a C.